With the first pick in the first round, the Milwaukee Brewers select Morgan Wayne.
Back now on MLB Network from Studio 3, it's Greg Anderson with my guys, Yonder Alonso, Dan Plesac. A brand new top 100 prospect rankings has been released, something we like to dive into around here. And of course, there are some new exciting names to get to know. Now, guys, what does it mean to a young player to be named one of the top 100 prospects in baseball? Dan, what did it mean to you back in the day?
Heightened expectations, right? You kind of have a target on your back. Everyone in your organization knows, hey, you're the top dog. Everybody's...
What a milestone for this prospect, a two-way player making his professional debut in this ballgame. Something truly special. It's the Biloxi Shuckers and the Rocket City Trash Pandas. The crowd is excited and ready to get this season underway. And the batter will be the shortstop, Caleb Ketchup. Grounder up the middle. dives, but it's off the glove. In to score from third. Safe at first as they can't make the play. That's a stellar defensive play right there. Without that dive, he made 2 runs come across. Instead, he manages to hold them to just 1. I'm sure that'll boost his stock with the front office. And now 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the center fielder, Elijah Dunham. Out to short. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. Safe at first.
Batting 7.
Next to hit, Morgan Wayne, the first overall pick in the recent MLB draft, so there's a lot of hope for what he will turn into at the MLB level. Drops in for a hit, couldn't run it down. So they get a runner on with a 1-out single.
Great job. Way to get on base.
What a moment for him as he notches his first hit at the Double-A level. I'm sure he's hoping to keep that ball as a memento of this achievement, but also to use this as a spring. Oh, and it's a wild pitch. And the 3-2 offering. Fly ball left field. And there's 2 down. That's a well-executed pitch. He got him out in front on the pitch away and earned the fly out. Marco Dingus getting ready to hit. On the ground to the left. Into the outfield, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second, now 2 on with 2 outs. Digging in, the switch-hitting outfielder, Greg Jones. Right-hander kicks and deals. In the air, right field, Flint under this one. Gets there, got it. Ben Gobble will hit next. And now the 2-1. Ground ball up the middle. There's 1. Double play. You want your relievers to be that efficient. 1 pitch, 2 outs. Not bad. Always love a double play, especially when it's as smooth as the one they just turned. 1 down. Morgan Wayne, the next to hit. 1 for 2. This one in the air, center field. Should be extra bases here. Around first, hustling for 2. The relay throw. Not gonna get him, he's in there.
Now batting.
That one looked like a can of corn off the bat, but the defensive lapse means the batter winds up at second base. Offense has to make them pay for that mistake. Swings and flares it. And it falls!
You're here.
Stop sign goes up at third, runners at the corners with 1 out. You'll take a hit no matter how it comes. Still raises the batting average. That one just kind of faded over the infield and down onto the outfield grass. Base hits like that are a gift from above for the hitter. Now a flare off the bat. That's a base hit. Run scores. Here comes the throw. And he's safe. So it's first and third with 1 down. Coming up to the dish for Biloxi, Morgan Wayne. 1 for 3. Now this is belted to right. That's got a chance. Brings it in at the wall. Next up for the Shuckers, Tyler Black. The Shuckers down to their last strike. Grounder to third. That is the ball game. Wayne was solid in his professional debut. He had some really nice at-bats. It would have been a special game no matter what, but he acquitted himself nicely and set himself up to build on this game going forward. Morgan Wayne, a rising star, continues his... Coming up next to the dish for Pensacola, Dylan Lewis.
First pitch, 6:35.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And there's 1 away. Well, he got a lollipop of a breaking ball, but he couldn't quite get the swing just right. That's what caused the pop-up. Smoked on the ground to second. Out. 2 down now. And the next batter, Jay Bashirs. 3 hits last night, a big factor in getting that win. Out to short. Play made. That ends the inning. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Morgan Wayne getting ready to hit. And that's ripped for a base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Tag, not in time. He's safe. And they lead by 2.
Batting 7, the second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Eric Brown Jr. Popped in the air, left field. And it falls! Coming to the plate. Here's the throw. In there, runner scores. And they take a 3-run lead.
The catcher, Marco.
2 outs and runners at first and second. Coming up to the dish for Biloxi, Marco Dinges. 0-2 now. In the dirt, but blocked. One-two offering. Into center. Trimble under this one. Gets there. Got it. That ends the inning and limits the damage. The Blue Wahoos at the plate here in the second inning.
Ryan Ignapo.
Now, he clearly excelled at pitching in the amateur ranks, but the question is, will that prowess translate to the professional level? Right through there for a strike. That's a beautifully executed slider breaking in. It had enough movement to stay out of the middle of the plate and still found the zone for the strike. On the ground, right side, that's an out. On that pitch, he didn't recognize the changeup early enough and just rolled over on it as a result. And now the DH, Nathan Martorella. Homered last. This one swung on, hit very well, way back there. That one's gone. Wastes no time on this one. Second of the year. Fenwick Trimble now at the plate. One out and the base is empty. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to third base. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. Decides to eat it, and now on at first. Next up for the Blue Wahoos, Johnny Olmstead. Ground ball up the middle, through for a base hit. Lead runner hits second and heads for third. Here comes the throw. And the throw's offline, safe at third. Back-to-back singles. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the... Oh, great stop. On his knees, the throw, and they get the out. Nicely done.
Batting 9.
Here's the second baseman, Yidi Cape. Cape hitting in the 9 spot today, and he's a native of Cuba. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Swings at the big bender for the K. Midway through the second. On to the next inning. The batter now, Dylan Lewis. High fly ball to right field. Jones under it. And a quick out, number 1. So digging in, Dylan Hasso. One out and the base is empty. And he delivers. Good job to fight that one off. Lifted in the air, right field. Jones moving under this one. And makes the catch. Bases are empty with 2 away. Stepping to the plate now for Pensacola, Jay Bashirs. That one fouled off. We're here in the top half of the third. 2 down and nobody aboard. Swing and a miss. And the slider right there. Down 0-2, and now you have to shorten up and just find a way to put it in play. Maybe gonna have to fight 1 or 2 off. Ground ball to second base. Brown. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. We move on to the bottom of the inning, and now Morgan Wayne. A first-round pick in the recent MLB draft, so there's a lot of hope for what he will turn into at the MLB level. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around first, hustling for 2. That's a leadoff double. He's already 2 for 2 with a single and a double, and moseying right along to set up a chance at the cycle. Now here's the 0-2. To third, Bashirs. 1 gone.
Now batting.
Digging in for the Shuckers, Marco Dingus.
Runner, he's going.
Now a step off and caught between the bases. He comes off the bag and he is tagged out. Top of the 4th with the Blue Wahoos at the dish. Rolled out to second in the first AB. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. That curveball had no business getting a strike. The hitter was ready to crush it, but it never quite got to where it should have. Pitcher knows he dodged a bullet there. And again on 0-2. Good eye on that pitch. What a take with 2 strikes. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Leadoff batter retired in the 4th. Bases empty, 1 away. Digging in next for the Blue Wahoos, Nathan Martorella. This one chopped on the ground. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. Next up for the Blue Wahoos, Fenwick Trimble. In the air to center. And that's that. So no run. Wayne back on the hill with a sizable lead. On 0-1, the delivery. And it's strike 2. Swings through it for the K. And the leadoff batter retired in their half of the 5th. 1 out and the bases are empty. Coming up next to the dish for Pensacola, Ethan O'Donnell. O'Donnell stands at 6 foot even, 190 pounds, and he's usually in center, but today starting in right. Splits the middle, that's a strike. And it's 0-2. Struck the batter out without a swing. First 2 batters retired in the top of the 5th. Not a perfectly spotted fastball with 2 strikes, but got away with it. The hitter might have been expecting something closer to the edge of the zone and simply couldn't adjust in time. On the ground to third. There with plenty of time, inning over. Runner at first, 1 away. Like others before him, he dominated both sides of the game in the amateur ranks. As always, the question for a two-way player is whether that prowess will translate to the professional level. Hasso won at second.
Out of there.
What a play to end the inning. We're back here at the
Leading off for
ballpark.
Pensacola,
Start of the
the
sixth.
left
Ben
fielder,
Gelman bringing you
Dylan
this one. And leading off,
Lewis.
Dylan Lewis. Jones towards the line. One up, one down. Nobody on with one out. Dylan Hasso, the next to hit. And the
Outside,
slider
that's a ball.
just misses. Wayne, surprised to not get the strike, and here's a challenge. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. They've only got one challenge remaining. That ABS review sponsored by Gloucester and Tiresias Optical, innovating vision care since 1887 in Jericho, New York. Try their new daily contact lenses that fully dissolve after 24 hours with a 99% success rate. In the air to the right, it's pretty deep. And there are two down. Nobody on and two outs. And now at the plate, Jay Bashirs. Here's a high chopper. Brown. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going. Nice bit of two-out hitting there on the infield single. He gets on base, keeps the inning alive, and now his teammates have a chance to build on it. Ignafo, in the box again, takes a strike. Swings through that one for strike two. This one in the air, center field. Adams under it. Gets there, got it. Welcome back. We're in the seventh inning, and we have a new pitcher on the mound, Caleb Bowman, charged with hanging on to this lead. One down. Next is the designated hitter, Morgan Wayne. That one ripped into right center. It's got a chance, and it one-hops the wall. It's a double, three-hit ball game. And he's put together quite a game at the plate. Right off the bat,
Now
you know
batting,
he was
second
thinking
baseman,
extra bases.
Aaron
Great,
Brown
loud contact to the
Jr.
pull side, right into the gap. That comes from an on. And now this pitch gets away. And the 1-2. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. And makes the catch. Runner tags at second. The relay, not going to get him. He's in there.
Now batting, catcher.
Two
Marco
down and a runner at second base.
Dingus.
Marco Dingus will hit next. Line drive for a base hit.
Right here on the back.
And that holds the runner at third base. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Greg Jones. Hard ground ball, base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 4. Picks himself up an RBI. Sometimes you don't need to hit. So 2 down. Stepping to the plate now for Pensacola, Fenwick Trimble. Here comes the 2-2 offering. And he hits a ground ball to the right side. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. No throw. And the batter reaches safely.
Now
Good
batting,
fundamental
the
hitting on the
shortstop,
pitch
Johnny
away. Step through it and
Olmstead.
poke it to the opposite. He records his very first win in professional baseball, and I have a feeling there are a lot more of those to come.